after I turned 40, I stopped doing 10 steps makeup routine. And my skin is actually better, especially at night. I don't do or cleanse the way I used to. So let me show you what it looks like now while I do my makeup. Good morning, you. I was actually asked by @Munjaro Journey with Pam about my skin routine. And it's very simple now. I do a few things in the morning, a few things at night, and some of the things that make the biggest difference are not even skincare related. But let me do my makeup while I talk. Just in case you're wondering, I have a 2nd-degree burn on my hand, but it's healing now. So I just pretty much get into the shower and let the shower water just kind of fall on my face. Remember that at night I have already done my skin routine and my face is clean. So I pretty much just rinse my face with water, and then just before I put on my makeup, my face hair, get the hair out of my face. And just before I do my makeup, I would normally put a little bit aloe vera on my skin, and I just try to find an aloe vera that is like as pure as possible. So like this one I'm using, it's pretty much aloe vera gel and a little bit something to preserve it, trying to find the cleanest aloe vera you can. I have a few depending on my needs that day, but this one is a little bit thicker and I have one that is a little bit thinner. And do remember, aloe vera, sometimes if you put a lot, or depending on what kind it is, it might leave a little flake, so don't put too much. I don't put too much. To clean my face before, like if I feel like it got a little bit oily during the night, I just use like a reusable cotton, I don't remember the name, but it's like cotton round. It's like a little circle and it's made of cotton, and I just wash it and put it on the washer when I'm done, combined with my towel. And these are my favorite. I've had them for like 7 years or so, and they are from Imse Vimse. I've tried to put it on the screen. It's a Danish brand. What does your morning routine look like? If you're curious about the makeup I'm putting on, I'll put it in the description box. Just if it's helpful to you. I've been trying to use a little bit better quality, a little bit higher end makeup. It seems to me that it makes a difference. But I try to use makeup that doesn't clog my pores, so my skin can breathe. Yeah. Another thing I actually do is when I'm at the beach or somewhere where I might get a little bit extra sun, I always make an effort to find a place with shade, like an umbrella or a little tree or something to protect my face. I do like to get sun on my skin and the rest of my skin, but for my face particularly, I tend to protect it a little bit more. Also, even though I love makeup, I normally only use makeup lately if I'm going somewhere. During the pandemic, I was actually wearing makeup every day because, you know, we were home and so on. So it was a way to like feel like there was difference between day and night and so on. But now that things have become a little bit more daily life again, I often only put on makeup if I'm going somewhere, or days that I'm feeling like I need a pick me up, then I do my a little bit makeup. But it's quite simple. But most of the time, I think most days, I actually just leave my skin breathe with no makeup. So what I think might be perhaps the most important part of my routine is actually my night routine. Let's talk about that. Putting on a little bit extra mascara because I'm trying to cover a little bit my dark circles. Not mascara, this is Face and Body foundation. So I hope the lighting is still okay. It's spring in Denmark, but the weather has been like a little bit funny. It's still cold and windy, and yeah. And I just had to step aside and do something for a few minutes. And now the lighting has changed and it went from a sunny day to gray. So still hope the lighting is still decent. Anyway, yeah, I was applying a little bit eyeshadow, and I like it to be a little bit sparkly. I feel like that gives my face a little bit, or my eyes a little bit of a pop. Helps out my skin. In the sense that it makes it look a little bit more sparkly, a little bit more vibrant, I feel. Something important that I do that is nothing to do with what I actually do it directly on my face, but that has made a huge difference, is actually eating more fish oil. I like salmon. If you've seen my previous videos, you know I like salmon. But otherwise, I often eat fish oil capsules. So I try to find some good quality ones, and I put them on the fridge to try to keep it as fresh as possible. And I've noticed that when I use fish oil on my skin, it seems like it's less flaky, especially on the winter. There's another thing I also do in the winter, but I'll put it together with my night routine because that's where it has the most effect. And on that note, let's talk about my night routine. At night, for me, the most important part is actually removing my makeup. What I use, again, I use a round, reusable cotton round. I wet it with water and I put a little dab of olive oil. I tried also to use extra virgin olive oil or organic, like the best quality I can find. And it's the same one I eat, I put in the food. And just a little dab, and that's mainly to remove my mascara. I don't use like, I normally use a very simple mascara. I like this brand from Maybelline, and I know it's not like super natural, but I tried with a very natural mascara and it was good. It was aloe vera based, but it used to like, it didn't stay in place. So this one stays in place. There's another one I like even better, the yellow one, the Colossal mascara, but this one's okay. And I like it because it doesn't make my eyes red. You know, I mean, I know my eyes is not part of my skincare routine, but when your eyes look bright, then your face looks bright also. Yeah, so for my night routine, I use a little bit of olive oil, just a tiny, like 3 drops of olive oil on this cotton round that is already wet with water to remove my mascara. And I do like a very gentle movement. I don't like do a lot of rubbing. My eyes are very sensitive, so I cannot do like a lot of rubbing on my face. So I do that, and then I use micellar water, and I try to put a little photo or image of the one I use. I have tried to skip the micellar water in favor of like soaps and so on, but I end up getting lazy and then end up only using water. So the micellar water is just a gentle cleanse to remove whatever water didn't remove. So I also used this cotton around the wrist to remove the rest of my makeup, and do that a few times very gently until I do it again and there's no makeup left on that cotton round. That is done. Then I do one more time, use liquid like water again to make sure that my face is completely clean, and then I put a little bit aloe vera again. So I feel aloe vera has a cooling effect on my skin, but also it repairs whatever small cut, whatever thing that my skin has been exposed to during that day. And in the winter, the only thing I sometimes do, that not only that the aloe vera, but then I also put a little bit lotion, like a cream, on my face. And the one I use is a little bit pricey. I got it as a sample and ended up hooked and actually bought it. But you get quite a bit. It's let me put it on screen if I can find it. It's the La Roche-Posay AM PM cream. And not a lot, because if you put too much you might actually get pimples. Just a little bit. And I rub it all on my face. And also remember not only to put the aloe vera on, I forget often, but put it on your neck also, trying to keep your skin and your neck also healthy. Yeah, after my 40s, my skin routine has become very simple. Actually, I should mention, there was a time where I was using honey on my skin, but that was kind of sticky. and difficult to remove, but it was also very good. So if you don't mind using the extra time, that's also an option instead of aloe vera. And make sure that your windows are not open, because it will attract all sorts of critters. I want to say thank you very much. We are now 305 subscribers, and I'm so thankful. I know 305 might sound like a small number for a lot of people, but I'm very grateful for you to be here. And also thank you to Pam for asking about my skincare routine. That was the inspiration for this video. Please let me know what your skincare routine looks like. Is it as simple as mine? Please write it in the comment section. You don't have to, don't feel forced, but if you feel for it, you can just write it in the comment section, or just say hi. The sun is back. If you like this kind of video and want to see another calm morning and here in Denmark with me, stay a little bit longer with me, YouTube is about to suggest a similar video to this. I hope you enjoy.